CELPIP Reading Practice. Task 1. Your colleague missed online order. Give her some advice on how to solve it. Hi, Alex. I heard you were trying to find your missing package. Actually, I was in the same situation not long ago. I've got some advice about what you can do next. My online order was marked as delivered, but it was sent to the wrong house. First of all, I suggest that you check every part of your house carefully, including the back door or garage. Sometimes delivery drivers leave packages in unusual places. Next, you need to contact the delivery company right away. They can check the GPS location and tracking details. If that doesn't solve the problem, another thing you should do is contact the online store where you bought the item. It's better to send an email so you have a written record. Make sure to include your order number and attach the delivery photo as proof. Well, I hope these ideas help you. Let me know how it goes. A friend is in trouble with his boss. Advise him to leave the company quickly. Hi, Alex. I heard you're having trouble with your boss again. I'm really sorry to hear that. You must be going through a hard time. Let me give you some advice. Do you want to leave right away? I understand how you but try to calm down first and think carefully. Look at your situation realistically. Have you found a new job yet? If I were you, I would start looking for another job immediately and secure an offer before quitting. That way, you can leave the company quickly but safely. Also, don't make any hasty decisions. And I don't think it's a good idea to talk about this at work. Let's keep it quiet in the office. Nothing good will come from your boss finding out before you're ready. Most of all, I really want you to find a better job and be happy in your life. Good luck! Your friend is traveling to a different country for the first time. Give her advice on what she should do before, during, and after her trip. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I heard you will be traveling to a different country for the first time. Wow, that sounds like a great idea. Actually, I have a lot of previous experience, so I can provide you with some advice on what you should do before, during, and after your trip. First of all, before the trip, I think you'd be better to learn about the culture and basic phrases in the local language. This will help you to gain a deeper understanding of that country. Secondly, during the trip, you should double-check your important travel documents, such as your passport, boarding ticket, and emergency contact list. Lastly, after the trip, take time to reflect on your experiences and memories. A travel journal or photos would be helpful. Finally, I hope my advice will help you to have a happy and wonderful travel experience. Your nephew has booked his first flight. Advise him how it would be, things he needs to know before flying, and how he should prepare himself. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just heard that you have booked your first flight. Wow. Congratulations. I'm pretty glad to know that. Actually, I have a lot of previous experience, so I can advise you how it would be, things you need to know before flying, and how you should prepare yourself. First of all, I think you should double-check your flight details, including the departure time and a number of terminal. Don't forget to check your passport and if it has expired. Secondly, arrive at the airport 2-3 hours early for check-in and security checks. Make sure you have your ID, boarding pass, and any necessary documents ready. Finally, when packing, be light and practical. It can make you free. Remember that essential items during the flight are headphone and a travel pillow. It can make you comfortable. I hope my advice helped you to have a happy and wonderful travel experience. Your friend is going to have a job interview for the first time. Advise him how it would be, and also share your experiences with him. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just happened to learn that you are going to have a job interview for the first time. Wow, that sounds good. Actually, I have a lot of previous experience. I can offer you some advice on how the interview process may go, and I can also share my own experiences with you. First of all, I recommend you should have proper dressing for the interview, aiming for a polished and professional appearance. A good first impressions make a positive impact. Secondly, you need to prepare some thoughtful questions to the interviewer. This shows your interest and engaged in the role at the company. By doing these things, you can leave a positive impression on the interviewer. Finally, I hope my advice can help you. That's all for now. Let me know if you need more help. Good luck. A friend is going to an office party at her new job. Advise her about ways to start conversations with people she doesn't know. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just happened to learn that you are going to an office party at your new job. Congratulations, I'm glad to hear that. Actually, I have a lot of previous experience. I can offer you some advice on how to start conversations with people you don't know at the party. First of all, you should dress appropriately for the party, as a good first impression makes a positive impact. Approach others with a warm and friendly smile. A smile is a universal signal that makes it easier for people to approach and engage in conversation. Begin the conversation with a light topic, such as the weather, fashion, or the latest movies. Starting with these casual subjects can help others feel more at ease. I believe these tips can help you achieve positive results. I hope you have a great time at the office party. Your friend's cousin is visiting from abroad and she loves shopping. Advise your friend on where to take his cousin for shopping and which shops are the most interesting. Hi, Mark. How are you doing today? I just happened to learn that your cousin is visiting from abroad and she loves shopping. I'm glad to hear that. Given my previous experience, I can offer you some advice on where to take her for shopping and which shops might be the most interesting. First of all, I suggest her to an airport outlet near the airport. These outlets often offer a wide range of items at affordable prices. Sometimes, they even have promotions that allow her to purchase high-quality clothes at reduced prices. Secondly, I recommend taking her to Taswasan Mall. This mall offers a variety of brand-new dresses, shoes, jeans, and shoulder bags that cater to young women. I'm confident she will love shopping there. I hope my advice helps you achieve positive results. Enjoy your time shopping with your cousin. A friend is moving out of his parents' house. He's not sure if he should live alone or with a roommate. Give advice to your friend. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just happen to know that you are moving out. Congratulations. I am pretty glad to know that you asked me, as you already know that I have a lot of previous experience. So I can advise you. First, I suggest finding shared accommodation when you move out. Secondary, I recommend building a good relationship with your roommates, as they can provide companionship and help prevent loneliness. Lastly, have courage, as this is your first time living away from your family. I hope this advice helps you during your transition. If you have any other questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask. Good luck with your move. Your friend is moving away from home. He is interested in learning to cook. Advise your friend on how to prepare a simple food. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just found out that you are moving away from home and that you are interested in learning to cook. Wow, congratulations. I'm really glad to know that. As you already know, I have a lot of previous experience, so I can advise you on how to prepare a simple meal. First, I would recommend YouTube because it is easy to access all kinds of international recipes. You can use it for free to find the best cooking tutorials. Second, if you want to buy or borrow my cooking recipe book, I can give you all of them. Let's go to the third and last suggestion I got for you. Learn from your mom. She is an excellent cook. I can't forget the amazing buttered chicken your mom made last weekend. Cooking is all about exploring, learning, and having fun. Good luck to you on your cooking journey. Finally, I hope my advice helps you achieve good results. Happy cooking! Your friend is moving away from home. He is interested in learning to cook. Advise your friend on how to prepare a simple food. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just found out that you are moving away from home and that you are interested in learning to cook. Wow, congratulations. I'm really glad to know that. As you already know, I have a lot of previous experience, so I can advise you on how to prepare a simple meal. First, I would recommend tomato pasta because it is easy to make and healthy for you. All you need is to buy pasta noodles and canned tomato sauce. That's it. Second, I would suggest chicken breast salad because it is also easy to prepare and includes good, healthy ingredients. As you gain more confidence in the kitchen, you can try different variations or move on to more complex dishes. Cooking is all about exploring, learning, and having fun. Good luck to you on your cooking journey. Finally, I hope my advice helps you achieve good results. Happy cooking! A friend is buying her first house. Give her advice on how she should choose a good house to live in. You could advise about the size, number of rooms, location, or anything else you think is important. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just found out that you are buying your first house. Wow, congratulations. I'm really glad to know that. As you already know, I have a lot of previous experience, so I can give you advice on how to choose a good house to live in. First, I believe the location of the house is crucial. Consider proximity to amenities such as schools, hospitals, grocery stores, parks, and public transportation. Also, think about the overall safety and security of the area. Second, you should consider the number of bedrooms, bathrooms, living spaces, and storage areas. Think about any specific requirements you may have, such as a home office or a backyard. Finally, it's essential to create a checklist of your specific needs and priorities to guide you in making the best decision for your new home. I hope that my advice can help you. Good luck finding the perfect house. Your son recently got his driver's license and wants to buy his first car. Give him some advice on how to buy a car. Hey, Alex, I'm really excited for you that you've obtained your driver's license and are now searching for your first car. Actually, having bought several cars in my life, I can provide you with some valuable advice. First, I suggest set a budget. If you have a small budget, you may know there are always lots of great used cars for sale. There are great online community for second-hand things, and I think you'd better buy a compact car than a medium-sized car. You have to go around a lot, but there's no such thing as a perfect car. Whatever you go with, you are going to have to make a compromise. Besides, you have to think about the money at the moment, and you can cut taxes as well as car maintenance. Do you have a lot of money to spend since you are young? So, I hope you can get happy life with your new car. Your friend is excited that he has been accepted into his first choice of university. However, he is not sure how he will be able to afford the tuition. Give your friend advice on what he should do to pay for his education. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just happen to know that you have been accepted into your first choice of university. Congratulations. I'm pretty glad to know that. However, you are not sure how you will be able to afford the tuition. Well, I'm afraid to hear that. Actually, I have a lot of previous experience, so I can give you advice on what you should do to pay for your education. First of all, I think you had better apply for scholarships and grants. Many universities offer scholarships from organizations, foundations, and government agencies. Secondly, I think you need to find a part-time job while attending university. It can help cover some of the textbooks or living costs. Universities often have on-campus job opportunities that can be flexible and accommodating for students. My advice can help you to make a good result. I hope that my advice can help you. Good luck. Your husband or wife has been very conservative to your twin daughters so far, but the twins just have started their puberty. In addition, they even become very rebellious sometimes due to emotional changes. Advise him or her about what he or she should do to communicate better with kids, and improve his or her way of approach in order to educate and guide them under the circumstance. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just happened to learn that you may be facing some issues with your daughters since you have been too conservative approach. Actually, I have had similar experiences in the past which allows me to offer you some advice. I remember when I was 14 years old, going through the changes of adolescence. It was a time when I struggled to control myself even though I knew the difference between right and wrong. However, through improved family relationships and greater tolerance, we were able to overcome that crisis. Based on my experience, I suggest that you try communicating with your girls in a kind and loving manner. I hope you find a good way to avoid being overly emotionally affected by puberty. Remember, maintaining open and understanding communication is key. Your friend Alex is interested in getting to know a female coworker, but it is shy about starting a conversation with her. Give Mark some advice about how he should talk to her and what he could talk about. Hi, Alex. How are you doing today? I just found out that you're interested in getting to know a female coworker, but are shy about starting a conversation with her. I'm sorry to hear that. As you already know, I have a lot of previous experience, so I can give you some advice on how to talk to her and what you could talk about. First, approach the conversation with confidence and a friendly demeanor. A positive and approachable attitude can make the interaction more comfortable for both of you. Second, try starting with small talk. Ask about common interests, current events, or topics related to the work environment. Small talk helps break the ice and establishes a friendly rapport. By following these tips, you can feel more confident in initiating conversations with your coworker and gradually build a connection with her. My advice can help you achieve positive results. I hope this advice helps you in building a connection with your coworker. Good luck! Your son is troubling with study. He want not to forget things he learned. Advise him memorization tip. How are you doing today? I just learned that you may be having trouble with your studies. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, I've had similar experiences in the past, which allows me to offer you some advice. First, I suggest trying to teach someone else what you've learned. By explaining concepts in your own words, you reinforce your understanding and retention of the material. Second, visual aids can be powerful memory tools. Use diagrams, charts, mind maps, or colorful illustrations to represent information. Associating visuals with concepts can help you recall them more easily. Third, simply rereading or passively reviewing material is not as effective as actively retrieving information from memory. Quiz yourself, use flashcards, or engage in practice tests to actively recall and reinforce what you've learned. I hope these tips help you improve your studying experience. Your wife recently got tired. Give her some advice on how to live well. Darling, you look exhausted. Running a company and pursuing a degree is taking a toll on you. Let's take breaks and go for walks on weekends. Your health should take priority, so don't let illness hinder your dreams. When was your last checkup? Regular checkups are crucial as we age. Good health is of utmost importance. By the way, I'm feeling hungry after our light lunch, but I'm cutting down on carbs for better overall health, not just weight loss. Let's opt for light dinners and embrace healthy aging together. Can we discuss your workout routine? Regular exercise is vital for future well-being. I strongly advise you to take it seriously and increase your workout frequency. In fact, you may have health problems later then. You should try to work out every day according to a regular schedule. Take care of yourself for the sake of your future. I hope you consider my advice seriously and prioritize exercise. My love, let's cherish every moment together and strive for a life brimming with love, adventure, laughter, and joy. Thank you very much.